Hello, Assalamu alaikum. We have till now covered how to get data from the sources. Now it's time to learn how to transform that data so we can load it for further visualizations. Transforming data involves cleaning it and eradicating the inconsistencies or duplications in the data or some incoherence in the headers or the gaps that are to be filled before it can be pushed or it can be fed into the visualizations canvas. Okay, so in order till now I have loaded this data. You can see my data here. I have several of sheets available here. Now, how do I start transforming it? Very easy. In this queries pane, I have transform data option. I will click upon it and a Power Query Editor will open. This is the place where you can apply all the transformations on your data. Now, you can see here there are applied steps pane displayed here. I have, before starting this video, made some changes on this pane. So all of these changes are being recorded. Okay, why are they being recorded? So because if I refresh this data, if I make the pipeline of this data such that every 1 week or every 24 hours the data is refetched from the source, so all of these steps are reapplied automatically on that refetched data. Okay, so a very important and pivotal service that Power BI offers us. If it was not available, you would have to change the data and do all the cumbersome process again and again. For now, I am just removing all these things. Okay, so here I have this data problem 2. So let's us explore what this Power Query Editor has to offer us. This close and apply means when you are done with applying the transformations and changes and cleanings on the data, you press this button and the data will start loading. New source means that here you are having all the sources available. If you want to update the sources now, options are available also. Okay, you can see they are displaying us the recent sources that we have fetched. From them we can also press the data. We can the solution sheet we hadn't been provided before, so I am selecting it. Okay, sample Excel file with employee data. I want this. No, this is available for us now. Salary structure, this is also available. So once I select those, they will be available on this Power Query Editor too. Okay, but if I want to have a new source directly from the computer, we'll do just as we did before when getting the data, selecting the Excel workbook, finding the file, and then loading it. Or we can have SQL query, SQL databases fetches, or Oracle databases fetches, and tons of all the white tapestry available for us to get data from them. Now, these are the data source settings. These include refetching and parameters. So whenever data is refetched or those settings are applied upon the data. This manage parameters is a bit complex thing. We will cover it afterwards. In this query pane, first of all, this option refreshes our preview. So you are applying here the changes, what happened, it's a bit stuck. Let's just no, I don't want to apply. Let us transform it again. Let us get this data and apply transformations. So let's start with managing columns. So this choose column let us to choose the specified columns that we want and leave the rest of them. So I can select all only these columns that are particularly important to me, and then I can set OK, and those will be selected. All of the others are going to be left out. Okay, the go to column, here I can select a particular column, and upon I can directly go on that column. So instead of selecting like this and this, I can select that column from here. It seems unsensible to select it like this, but when we have hundreds, sometimes hundreds of columns, this becomes too easy for you to select instead of scrolling the columns here and there. Now sometimes you want to remove the columns. Here, so you select the columns here and here and press the remove column button, or you select upon this and all of those columns are now removed. Okay, let us control Z that because we don't want to remove them. Remove other columns means that you select some of the columns and remove all that are rest of it, that are other than them. Only those will be left out and others will be removed. Okay, let us undo that also. Okay, now these are sort, ascending and descending, so we don't want that to be done also. Okay, these one are the key rows ones are too important because see, sometimes you get the data which is inconsistent and doesn't have that the headers in its place. See, here the headers don't have a sensible name because the row which has to be in the header section has been delayed. So I can either select this data and tell it to keep top rows. Okay, no, it's not like that. Keep rows means I can specify that from all of this data I have to keep certain rows. I can select 33 rows from here and only the top 33 rows will be left. If I select keep bottom rows, so from starting from the bottom, the 12 rows will be kept remaining. And if I select keep range of rows, I can start from row 5th to row 9th, and these 4 rows only will be kept remaining. Okay. Keep duplicates means only the rows which have duplicate values, they will be remaining. So let's just check that. Do we have in our data any duplicates? No, we don't have. So they are not kept remaining, or all of our data has been removed. Let us undo that. Okay. Now split column means that sometimes you have a column which is too long to be processed. So based upon some sign, you split that column. For example, I have this column email address, and email address has the first name of all of the employees. I want to grab the first names. For example, I don't have this one column. So I'm grabbing the names from the email column. How will I do this? I am selecting this column and then splitting the column by delimiter. Delimiter means any sign that can be a separator for this column. So as the Power BI has sensed that at is present in all of the columns, it has detected it and given us the delimiter by itself. We can either specify it by ourselves too, okay, like this. And based upon that, the column will be separated. And see, Mark has been separated, names have been separated in another column, and the Momel have been separated in another column. But the thing to be cached is that ad has been lost.